Storm Show.
Storm Chasers, we finally got the Wonder Bread news, the arroz con pollo news, the cilantro rice news. We got that Wonder Bread, that Wonder Bread news. We got that Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread. We got that Wonder Bread news, that spicy news. That stale ass news, $50 million news, only fan ass news, ratchet hoe ass news, that concubine news, that mayonnaise news, that strato news, arroz con pollo news. So I don't know what to say. Wonder Bread news. She's getting cracker by the skin complexion, but giving arroz con pollo by the booty. All right, so this is one of those conquistador Spanish queens with that conquistador European blood. So at the end of the day, Shannon Sharpe was still around here getting with Brad's daughter or Jean Paul's daughter, whatever you want to call it, but it's more French. Anyway, you get my point. Pictures of who Gabby, aka Carly, is on OnlyFans, the girl who is suing, well, the woman, because she's a grown-ass woman, suing Shannon Sharpe for $50 million. This is the woman that said, I want you to put a big black baby in me. Emphasis on big black baby in me. This is his white queen right here. Okay. This is who he thought was submitting to him because he was that ninja. This is who he thought was just going to, do as he said. This is who he choked the shit out of. Allegedly, she's basic as hell. She honestly, I would have to see her without makeup to really see what the face is giving. But I mean, on a white man scale, she's basic. She's basic. She's not beautiful. She's not gorgeous. Her body's pretty cool. She got a little poke or whatever, but it's nothing. Okay, yeah, she's basic. This is a basic white girl. She's not ugly. She's not unattractive. She's not bad looking. She's okay. But like I told you, y'all already know Brad's leftovers, Chun-Li's leftovers, Christopher Columbus. She's a Christopher Columbus leftover. This is Christopher Columbus's daughter. Okay, Christopher Columbus's leftovers to the Negro man are gonna be put on a pedestal. So Brad's 5 is gonna be a Negro man's 8. Okay, so I know a lot of brothers right now that wouldn't play about a girl that looked like this. They would go crazy for her. And they would not have hesitated to put a big black baby inside of her. But she's definitely basic. There is nothing special about her face. There's nothing really. And hey, even now she's a little thick or whatever, I guess you could say. But skinny is in now, thick is out. 90s thin is back in, 90s eyebrows is back in style. So she would even be a little heavy set for Brad. Brad would tell her to stick her fingers down her throat and puke in the toilet and, maybe go without eating for a couple of days. But a Negro man will go crazy for her. Shit, for a Negro man, she could gain 200 more pounds and she would still be a prize. So now Shannon Sharpe has to pay that exotical tax. Shannon Sharpe, how does it feel to pay that exotical tax? This is the same girl that was saying $25K per cheek. Wow. Now her thinking she was worth $50K, but to a Negro man, maybe. Now, ain't it somehow they going easy on her? But if she was black, she would be all kinds of, SLUTs, all kind of HOESs, They would have put all her pictures out. Because let me tell you something. If she's on Only Yams, this is nothing compared to Only Yams. The hoes dress like this on Instagram. So shit, the ninjas is in their drawers showing print on Instagram. So this is nothing. Where are the coochie pics? Where are the whole pics with her cheeks spread open? Where is the pissing videos? The menstrual videos? Where are those videos? Where are the fully nude videos at? Okay, Because we already know they got videos in between them. Where the pictures with her ankles behind her ears. If she was black, they would have put all that out by now. We would have. Let me tell you something. If she was black by now, we would have seen the inside of her cervix. Thank you, Pia. Could have went to the strip club for all that. Could have went to the corner on Figueroa. Or shit, he live in Vegas now. I mean, he live in Nevada. I'm pretty sure he lives somewhere in Vegas, maybe Henderson or Summerlin or whatever. Plenty hoes out there in Vegas he could have paid for and could have kept it moving. Shannon, you done took a big L on this one. You dummy. You are dumb. Everybody, I want y'all to say it in the chat right now. Shannon is stupid. Shannon is stupid. You finna lose. You finna lose everything. What would your grandmama say? She would smack you in your face. Shannon stupid. Shannon stupid. You had all that to say about Chad and all of his teeth and him being late. Acting like you really doing something. And this is who you let take down? This is who is going to take down the $100 million empire? See, she knew she couldn't pull this on Brad. That's what she did know. Brad would have put her in her place, but she knew a Negro would go crazy for her. They don't even look right together. All because he don't want to look in the mirror and get a woman that look like him. This is a man that needs a fat gal, like Monique told him. A Cheryl Underwood, a Viola Davis, and Octavia Spencer. That's what a man that look like this needs. You're not looks compatible. You thought that girl was submitting to you because she liked you? You thought y'all looked it right together? That money gets y'all messed up every single time. But you had all that to say about Chad. Don't you say shit else about Chad being late. When you around here fucking up the church's money. He could have had Nicole. He didn't even look right with Nicole Murphy. But at least she was a grown woman. I would have rather him got with Miss B Nasty. Who's gonna clean this up? Who's gonna clean this up? Oh, I made a mess. Who's gonna clean this up? Shout out to Miss B Nasty. Miss B Nasty wasn't gonna sue you. She was gonna let you do all kinds of nasty stuff to her. Lexi Luther says Shannon got finessed by an OnlyFans girl who ain't even old enough to buy herself a drink. That's what I'm saying. No foresight. And here's the thing. These are your leaders. These are your leaders. You supposed to submit to this? First off, this nigga is ugly. I am sorry. He is. Anybody talking about you put a baby in me, you are wild. You definitely would sell your soul for a check. Because ain't no way I would do that to a child. I'm sorry. But you know what she figured? When I'm white, he black, the baby be mixed, they all think they're going to get a Mariah Carey. When really you would just get a tragic biracial that will really feel bad about themselves that they got a whole white mama and they look like this. Now you could have been with a fat black woman or even a black woman that's in shape, but you could have had you a sister right now that would not be putting you through. I guarantee you, a sister your age ain't putting you through this. She making sure you take your blood pressure medication. She making sure you straight. Okay, you could have got with you a sister. Yeah, she was gonna be loud. Yeah, you was gonna see some bonnets. You was probably even gonna see some panties washed out in the sink. But guess what? All you was gonna have to do was get that sister a little piece of a truck. She want her Cadillac. Sisters love their Cadillacs. They love their Denali's. They love them a Jeep Cherokee. Get her a swooped out Jeep Cherokee. Give her some money for bingo. give her a little change to get her oldest son, Jermarquavius, out of jail, and you would have still came out way less than somebody suing you for $100 million. They talk about weave is expensive. I ain't finna pay for your weave, your nails, your makeup. Now you finna pay $100 million. I'd rather pay for some weave and some nails and some makeup. So now what I need these Negroes to say is they do trick because they're tricks because you're ugly. And ain't nobody laying down with you without getting paid for it. You thought she was just submit. Oh God, he thought he was just so alpha, child. He thought she was just submitted because he was just so masculine, sounded like a strong or hip. Even the way, nigga, even the way you talk is not attractive. Sounded like you just got off the slave ship. And guess what? You just got off the slave ship and you done got caught messing around with Massa's daughter, and now you finna get whipped. Now you finna get publicly whipped. Now you finna get publicly bucked. So go ahead and grease that hole up because Massa is finna spread. Baby, Massa finna spread it. The same way you destroyed her asshole, yours is finna get destroyed. Mm-hmm. You finna give all that money to them crackers now. All of it. You're dumb. Everybody go to his Instagram right now. Say, Shannon stupid, Shannon stupid. That Karen got you. Now you finna pull a Jonathan Majors and get you a sister too. Now you finna pop out with a sister. Yeah, he from the South. He from the dirty South. Yes, Granny warned him. Let me tell you something. I didn't stay safe because of grandmama's prayers. And guess what? Granny already told him who he need to bring home, but he didn't want to listen to that. He needed to bring home a woman that looked just like him and his mama and his pappy. Because guess what? When you look like this, I know both your parents look just alike. They look like your granddaddy and your grandmama. Talking about what your granddad said your grandmama did. Guess what? Because your grandmother respected your granddaddy. You thought this respected you? You thought this looked at you as an equal. You thought this right here looked at you as an equal. You thought she looked at you and liked you for who you were. You thought just because you hit that bottom, barely lasting 10 minutes, and I don't believe you last 10 minutes, because like I said, I think out of them 10 minutes, 4 minutes, you eating cat. You probably lick it before you stick it. But you got off of putting all that slave COCK inside of this white woman. You love that shit. Now you finna pay for it. You're dumb. You're dumb. You thought this. You thought this with all of her privilege looked at you and liked you for you. Is he? Are they for real? See, I don't have no problem with them doing it. I have a problem with them not. I have a problem with people forgetting their place. You know what I'm saying? Like when we're children, we're told stay in a child's place. That shit don't stop when you get grown. You better know your place with somebody. You better know, okay, I know what it is. I'm a self-hater. I'm a ninja to her at the end of the day. And, this is what I provide. And Brad really don't want her, but I'm going to put her on the pedestal. And so that's what it is. But when you forget your place and you think, oh, she like me for me. Oh, I control her. I run her. Let me tell you something. Ninja. Let me tell all these ninjas something. And I've even had these, had to have these conversations with myself. Let me tell you something. In society, there is never. First off, let's back up. This is a white man's world. The white man conquered the entire planet. Now you can say what you want, and he they raped and pillaged, and they was the real savages, and they used magic, and they had advanced weapons. I don't give a damn what you say. They won. They won the entire world. Period. And everybody else is trying to act like and be them. Okay. So my point is, there is never a scenario where you're going to be seen as above her. This is Master's daughter. Why would Master's daughter ever submit to the slave? Why would Master's daughter ever submit to the slave? Now, do what you do, but just always know what it is. When she look at you, she don't see no equal. You don't look like her father. She submit to her father. Okay. She Mexican. Yeah, but she has European blood. But okay. When she look at, do this look like a Mexican man to you? Mexico don't even claim they people. They black people. When she look at him, when she look at Shannon, she don't see Juan Carlos. Oh my God, to look this strong in the face and be that weak in the mind. Emmett Till! Ah! When these ninjas gonna learn every woman come with a price? You just better pick your price. Right. Can you imagine that on top of you? Wait a minute. And the crazy thing, can you imagine that on top of you for free? And here's the wilder thing, right? Can you imagine this telling you what to do, where to go, how to do it, bossing you around, yelling at you? Because let me tell you something, it'd be hard to take orders from somebody who ugly. You just be like, get your ugly ass out of my face. That's really what you be thinking, like, get your ugly ass out of my face. Who is you talking to, ugly nigga? Like, I'm just saying. You know, somebody cute can be a little bossy, and you will give them leeway because you cute. Now, his body looks great, but that face is, and like I say, even the way he talks, spitting all, barking orders and spitting all over you. Ugh. You are so disappointing. And now on top of everything, I mean, you had sponsors like I said, Disney was behind him, Rose Sparks, I believe Pepsi. You think they finna stick by him through all this? I mean, they might, but it ain't gonna never be the same. Now you finna go through Discovery, and we finna learn all of your kinks. Ugh. He wanted to dip, but guess what? Nicole Murphy want him? Well, she don't date attractive men anyway. Him, Michael Strahan, Eddie Murphy, she don't date attractive men. She date men with money. But she would have got some money out of him, but she wouldn't have had him out here like this. I don't want to know his kinks. Oh, baby, we finna find out. We finna find out. Thank you. He talks like Bubba from Forrest Gump. Pepsi dropped my. That's what I'm saying. I don't mind people liking who they like. I make jokes. But at the end of the day, um, at the end of the day, y'all saying Eddie, and them is handsome. Listen, it's not about when I say stuff like it's not really about what you think, it's really how they feel about themselves. If they really thought they were so good looking, why do they go procreate with women that look completely opposite of them? Eddie Murphy. Hold on, let's really look at it. Oh, hold on, let me show y'all these pictures real quick. So here she go on the beach. What beach is that? Oh, that's somewhere in LA. Is that Marina or is that's not Malibu? That must maybe one of the beaches in LA. All right, there she goes. She work out. He could have got him a sister that work out. He could have got. There's nothing special about her at all. You can be confident and prefer white women. You know, listen, I've always said that, but the older I get, the more I don't believe that no more. They're handsome. Listen, Eddie Murphy. Well, who did I say? I said Eddie Murphy. I said Michael Strahan. They no, they're still not conventionally attractive. You wouldn't look at their faces and say, "Oh, their faces are gorgeous." Now you could say that about who's a black man with a gorgeous face. You could say that. Hold on, let me think. You could say that about Morris Chestnut. You could say that about what's that dude y'all love, Kojo something. Idris Elba, yeah, Tay Diggs, Tyson Beckford, yeah. There are different levels of attractiveness. To me, Michael Strahan is like it's like an average looking black dude, not bad. Aaron Pierre, yes. Damson Idris, yes. Blair Underwood, that's a good example because I'm glad you said that because he's dark skinned. That's perfect. Blair Underwood, Tyson Beckford, these are men with gorgeous faces. Shamar Moore, yes. You're not going to see Eddie Murphy walking down the street and say he's gorgeous. Okay, so now we got to look at different levels of attractiveness. And I'm going to show you Eddie Murphy before fame. Because a lot of times y'all get it twisted with okay. To me, he's on the same level of attractiveness as like a Chris Rock. So even though sisters would say, "Oh no, he grew to be a good-looking black man," he don't see the picture on the left. He sees the picture on the right. Which really there's nothing wrong with it, but that picture on the right is going to prefer something that don't look like him. See, this is why we're done as a people. Yeah, I met Tyler Lepley in person. No homo. That's a beautiful man. I met Tyler in person. TV don't do him justice. Yep, Lance Gross. Yes. I'm glad you said because that's another dark skinned man. I'm glad you said that. Lance Gross has a gorgeous face. Eddie Murphy's face is not gorgeous. I don't care what he do. He's just not. That's okay. He's just not. Right. The men on all the Queen's men. Now you're thinking, yes. Tyrese, even though Tyrese is grossly insecure, he has a gorgeous face. Yes. Yes. Now we're thinking. Tyrese just do too much crying, but yeah. And Tyrese is crazy, but yes, that's a gorgeous face. Eddie, Chris Rock, okay, even Michael Strahan. To me now, Michael Strahan is like a regular looking black dude. Michael Strahan, not bad, but not gorgeous in the face. And that's okay. We all have different levels of attractiveness. Okay, that's Michael Strahan. He's okay, but you wouldn't see him and say, "Oh, he's gorgeous." Let me tell y'all, right. You have handsome, you have medium ugly. Yeah, a lot of women like medium ugly. Yes. Let me tell you something. Hold up. Who said Jalen Hurts? That's also an example of somebody who damn near has a perfect face. Because it's just all about how your features are symmetrical. There we go. Yeah. That's a black man who's gorgeous. Is it Omari Hardrick from Power? That's somebody who's gorgeous. All his features are symmetrical. But you're not going to look at him and say he and Shannon Sharpe are the same level of attractiveness. You're just not going to say that. And it ain't got nothing to do with complexion. You're just not. Keith Powers, yes, that's another one. Now, what I've learned as I've gotten older as a man is that these men out here are grossly insecure. I didn't know that. I didn't know men were really that insecure about like their faces like that until I started looking at who they choose to mate with and who they choose to be with, and you just like, oh, okay, now it's making sense. Yeah, Shannon got body. And he's tall and he's big. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Kofi Cerebral. Kofi. I think that's how you say Kofi. Yeah. David Banner. David Banner is handsome. And David Banner is truly in his masculine energy. So he's going to be highly attractive. David Banner is not gorgeous, but David Banner is very handsome. So if David Banner run down on you, shit, you don't mind. David Banner say he gonna choke shit out you, you don't mind. Boom, Method Man, gorgeous. But it's all still subjective at the end of the day. But I say all that to say, be careful of these ugly men, man, because they dating choices are wild. Their dating choices are wild. This man, and he probably will be vindicated in court, right? He probably would be vindicated in court. But we're never going to look at him the same. So that's the woman right there. That's really on her way of taking down the empire. Shit, it's Taco Tuesday, I guess. Shit, speaking of Latinas, damn. Maybe I need to give me a little piece of a taco or whatever. Anyway, we out of here, people. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care, and I will catch you guys later.
It's a storm show. It's a storm show.